All right. Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of our Media Dump podcast. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Together we're...
I'm not doing it.
I thought you were going to say Nick and Dom.
Oh.
We're
Okay.
Dom and Nick. Together we're...
Nick and Dom.
Yeah.
There you
and in this podcast, we just talk about the media we've consumed over the past 2 weeks. That's it.
So what you got?
So to start us off is a board game. So we go through segments. We talk about different things. We don't just start rambling on about whatever. We probably get to that point.
I was gonna say that's a lie.
But we try to actually talk about specific things. So our first segment is a board game. Would you like to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first with board games.
All right. So we played a game of Cash and Guns. I won by a lot.
Cash and Guns?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played that.
You played it at the Airbnb.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So in
that
that
was pretty
game,
fun.
you're all holding guns at each other, plastic, they're foam guns at each other, and it's like basically you're splitting. The heist is already over, and now you're splitting up the loot. But you're like, oh, we're splitting this up. Oh, I'm going to shoot you so I get all the loot. And it's like that. So everybody's kind of pointing foam guns at each other. And you're trying to split up the loot. I won because at one point... so there's different things you can pick up. There's money, and then there's jewels, or diamonds, and then paintings. So for the painting, how the paintings work is like you pick up one painting, 4,000, two paintings, 8,000, three paintings, 16,000.
It doubles itself, yeah.
Four paintings, 32,000, whatever. And we played that, and at one point there were 5 of us playing, and at one point every other person got shot, and I was the only one alive in the round. So I got all of them, and in that round there happened to be 6 paintings, or 5 paintings out of 8, or sorry, out of 10. No,
That's
sorry, everybody. 6 paintings out of 10, and I already had one earlier, so I got 7 paintings right off the bat. So in just that one round, I won, and there were 2 more rounds out of that, and I think I just laid down. I just
Protected
stayed out
yourself?
of both of those rounds because it didn't matter because I won, and I won by like over 100,000. I won by a lot.
Well, good for you.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Played Catan 5-player. That was kind of cool. Never played a 5-player before.
Who was here?
Me and Skyla, my wife, and Flynn, my boy, and her friends Eva and Estevan.
Nice.
And it was their first time playing Catan.
So who won?
I did.
Of course.
But I only won because Eva kind of didn't know how to play that well, and they should have won. So I kind of got lucky because they didn't know. If that was like Skyla or Flynn or you or even like Logan, they would have won. So they came in second, and then I kind of snuck out a victory. I got like, I literally got like, I ended the game with like maybe 10 development cards.
Jesus.
It was just I grabbed 3. I grabbed 3. One round I grabbed 4 development cards.
Why?
I won. I don't know. That's how I won.
I mean, you won. It works.
And then Flynn got us this game called Worst Case Scenario.
Oh,
It's
no.
like a party game where it's like you draw 5 cards and it's 5 different scenarios, and then you're supposed to rank them 1 through 5, and then the other people are trying to guess which ones you're ranking 1 through 5, and then you count them that way. I thought it was gonna be kind of like a dumb game or whatever, but it was actually pretty fun. And I won that one too, so I won all 3 games that night. That was a pretty good night. We played one game of Betrayal: A House on the Hill, and that was me and Skyla and Logan and Flynn and Skyler. And Flynn became the traitor. In that game, you're like going through a house, exploring and getting cards and items and stuff, and then one person randomly becomes the traitor, and then now they have a different scenario. Now there's a special scenario. There's like 50 special scenarios, and they pick one, and you don't pick one, and then the game picks one for you, and then the bad guy doesn't know what you're trying to do, and you don't know what the bad guy's trying to do exactly, but you kind of have an idea. And we won that one, and Flynn was a traitor, and we won kind of actually really easily because Flynn like fucked up. Like he should have just ran away as fast as he could, but instead he tried to fight us. And at one point, he controlled 5 little creatures, and he rolled against me, and he was using 4 dice, and I was using 2 dice, something like, or he was using 5 dice and I was using 3 dice, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I survived all 5 rolls.
Jesus.
Yeah. And in that game, there's only a 0, 1, or a 2, so there's only 3 possible things you can get. And somehow I survived every single one of them, which was amazing. It was like, he was like, again. He's like, what? At one point, I rolled a 0 and he rolled a 0.
That's great.
Yeah, and somehow I survived. So then he was like, so basically it was like, he loses.
Pretty much,
He just
yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should try to fight. He honestly should have just sprinted away as fast as he possibly could.
Yeah.
He still would have lost, though, I think, because we got some good rolls. He got some bad rolls, we got some good rolls, but that's board games.
I mean, honestly, that's some games are better at that than others.
Yeah, some of them coming out of dice rolls.
Which I guess is okay. I mean, it is a board game. It's not like it's life or death. Does it count that as one? Okay. What was I saying?
But some games come down to
Oh, yeah. I feel like the more you roll the dice, the less likely that is. But some games just really bone you pretty quick. So.
Yeah, Betrayal House on the Hill, it's kind of a simple game. I don't think it's a game I want to play all the time.
Yeah.
But
it is one of those like once in a while games because it does take a lot.
Once in a while, so much fun. Like that time was fun. One time, I think you were there. We played like 5-player with Darian.
Yeah, I was Frankenstein.
And that was like so much fun. That was one of my funnest gaming experiences I've
I remember when Darian goofed so bad.
It was like because we were kind of got into the mood. I think we turned some of the lights down a little bit, and we all kind of got into it. That was super fun. But I think if I played it every week, I would get tired of it, especially because some of the scenarios are like really bad. Some of them are really good.
Yeah, it's you're at the mercy of the game, honestly.
Yep. The last thing. Oh, 2 more things. Sorry, you played Sheriff of Nottingham. 5-player.
Yeah.
And I lost. I came in last.
Hey, can you tell me the difference between the first one and the second one? I think I played the second one once. I don't remember what the difference was. What did they add? Is what I mean.
You can play with 6 players, and then in that scenario with 6 players, you play with 2 deputy sheriffs. Never played that. I want to play that at some point, but
okay, that makes sense.
And I can't remember who won. I don't remember who won, but I lost. And we played a game of Terraforming Mars.
Yeah.
With me and Skylar and Flynn and Skylar. And Skylar's first time playing. And I honestly thought, looking at Flynn played a lot more cards than I did. I felt like I barely played any cards, but he didn't do any of the area control. He placed down 1 tile the whole game. So I honestly thought he was in the lead. I thought he was like gonna win. And then it came down to scoring points, and Skylar got 30 more points than me, who came in second.
Yeah, that game. Honestly, you can really take off in that game.
I was like, what?
It can either be close or a complete blowout. Which I guess that's really like, what else is there?
But she also won. It's kind of weird because really you win with the.
You win with like the extra stuff. Like
yeah,
the
whatever
awards.
the points are at the freaking bottom. I can't remember.
It's like the awards and the trophies. And
yeah, so awards and milestones. So,
there it is.
So there's like 2 specific things at the bottom of the board, that you like. Basically, you're paying money to say that I'm gonna get 5 victory points because I'm going to end the game with the most money production or the most
heat or factory buildings. I can't remember what the goddamn
words are. Or I'm gonna end the game with the most heat or whatever. Or I get 5 points. I'm paying 8 gold, 8 money, and I'm getting 5 points because I have 3 greenery tiles on the board.
Yeah.
Or I have 16 cards in my hand, or I have 35 terraform rating. And Skyla got 4 of those.
Yeah.
So that's how she got so far ahead.
That seems to be how she wins pretty much every time.
Yeah. And I got 2. So I got like 7 points from that. And she got 20 points from that.
Yeah.
And she still would, even without those, if nobody scored any of those, she still would have won.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, she kind of smoked us. But still not as many points as I got. I got but that was some bullshit. There's one, so in that game you pick different of companies and you play like as that company. Each company gets a special ability.
Yeah.
And if you remember, like there's the one that we took. There's one that we took out because every single time that one's played, that one won.
Yeah.
And so we kind of adjusted the game a little bit, so that you can't run away. Because I got like 147 points one time, I think.
Doesn't it go to like 200?
Smoked us with like 100. She had like 110, and she smoked us. Something like she had 120, and she smoked us. And I got 147 once in a 2-player game. But you can get more points in a 2-player game, obviously.
Yeah.
But that was still fun. I came in second.
I mean, that's not bad though.
Right, so that's
Out of,
everything.
what'd you say? Out of 4 players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's everything. I played board games. Go.
I finally won
you're like
as
none.
the no. I finally won as the Horned King. I had that conversation with you.
In Villainous.
Yes, in Villainous.
Which
Sorry.
is a game where you play as
Villains.
different Disney villains. Disney villains.
I'm counting that, by the way. I haven't played any new games, but I did win as the Horned King. Came from last out of nowhere to clutch it. I had
Good.
one Cauldron Born, and then I started reading the card because I didn't see the point of flipping the Cauldron card. So in between turns, I was reading it, and when it gets flipped back over by heroes, it sets you back even farther, which I haven't played against it. You good? Do you want to pause it?
No, keep talking.
Okay. I haven't played against it that way. So basically how it's supposed to be played. So it was a bit more challenging because every time I've seen it played, it's like, yeah, this seems pretty easy. I don't know why you're not winning like every time. And I got set back a handful of times, so I figured it was like, I'm just gonna lose this game, so I'm just gonna make everybody else miserable. And Skylar was playing Captain Hook, and just kept getting like screwed over.
Good.
She stacked so much power on the ship. She had like 16 power. So we just went through the Fate deck and pulled out all the pixie dust and put it on Peter Pan. And just slowly started like moving her items around to screw her up, just like biding time. I think Jess played who did she play?
You told me, I don't remember though.
I can't remember who it was, but she was also like 2 turns away. And then just out of nowhere, just slapped down another card and was like, there we go. Good to go. Because it came out of nowhere. Like I had 1, and then the next turn I had 2, and then the next turn I think we skipped 1, and then they basically like wiped out my hand, and I ended up drawing 2 more. So I was like, hey, this is convenient. But the thing is, like, there's 6 in the deck, and there's 5 in the deck, and you need 4.
Yeah, on different spots. So like that can also
Yeah.
screw you. Yeah, he sends me a picture. He goes, "Did you know about this part?" of the
Yeah.
game? I'm like, "Yeah, the main part of the character," and he's like,
Yeah, it's a
didn't
little
know.
obnoxious. Because every time I've played against it, it's like, yeah, I'll flip it over. And it's like, well, nobody else is paying attention to that card. I guess because it's on the bottom side, you don't really realize it. But if you get stuck with the cauldron off, you basically start the game over.
"Yeah."
It sucks so much.
So in some decks, I feel like it's beneficial to just play everything.
Yeah.
And try to thin out the deck because you're gonna have to go through multiple times. That's what I was telling Flynn, which is kind of what he was doing. So with the Horned King, I feel like play every card you possibly can, even if it feels like you're way behind, because you're gonna have to go through that deck a second time. So you might as well play everything now. But some ones, it's like you don't have like if you need a specific card, then it's not really beneficial to
Fish for it that way.
to just play every card. So some like
Like
some characters play every item and every ally you can,
mhm.
even if it feels like you're behind, because you're gonna have to go through the deck a second time unless you're just gonna have to do it. But with some like I'm trying to think of a character that we have to find a specific one. Like Dr. Facilier, you have to find one specific card. So there's not really a point in playing every single card you possibly can because you just need that one specific card. You know what I mean?
Unless the cards specify like burning through your deck. One of the other characters like that is like Jafar, because you need specific items for Jafar. I think you need two of them. Um, so the whole purpose is to like discard as fast and as much as you can until you get that card, and then you start recouping stuff. Same with Hook. Hook, you want to get as much out as you can.
Yeah, that's why I try and tell people in their first time. I'm like, you want to discard
Yeah,
as much as you can. Honestly, like you want to
cycle through as fast as you can.
discard. Like
Yeah.
that's really it's
think-
really a.
I think Pete is one of the ones that you can't really do that with. Pete kind of.
You need so many cards for Pete.
You do, depending on which objectives you get, because it's
If
based
you
on
have to have
goals.
more allies and heroes than everyone, and have like 5 allies on whatever it is, 4 allies on one spot.
I think you have to play 3 in one turn. You have to have
and play
more.
3 and get 6 power in one turn, or whatever.
Yeah, and some of them it just sucks that way. But like,
Next time I play, I'm gonna play Pete because I gotta play Pete or Scar.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of playing Scar.
I think I'm just too hesitant when I play Pete. I should be going faster.
Yeah. And so next time we play Disney Villainous, I'm gonna play Pete.
Yeah. I also heard you picked up a different villainous.
Skylar got us Star Wars Villainous.
Yeah. Have you took it apart? Looked at it yet?
No, we haven't played it yet. Just because we didn't feel like playing it
Yeah.
that day. Because we played Betrayal, Sheriff, and Terraforming Mars. We were like,
Yeah.
do you want to play Star Wars Villainous or Terraforming Mars? And Skylar's like, I've been itching to play Terraforming Mars lately. I was like, me too.
Yeah. Now I feel it.
And I feel like we could totally get another expansion for Terraforming Mars at some point. There's a lot. But the next game I want to get an expansion for is
Catan.
Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Oh, I forgot there was an expansion for that.
Yeah, because there's 2 different expansions, and each expansion adds like. Look at that.
Nice.
Each expansion adds like 5 different modules or something. There's like moats, and then there's swans, something like that. And
Yeah.
then there's then there's hidden rooms. So I'm gonna get that because last time we played it, I had fun playing it. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But we were like, this could definitely use an expansion.
Yeah.
It
Felt like we were kind of pigeonholed.
Yeah, it was still. I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but we're like, definitely could use an expansion.
Once you kind of like play it a handful of times, you get used to everything.
Yeah.
You start to build a system of like
So
what.
I think expansion would really help us want to play that game again too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Catan too. We need to get the next one for Catan.
I'm dying to get Carcassonne so bad.
Get
like-
Carcassonne Big Box.
I'll think about it. Do you want to go to the game store after this?
I was thinking we probably would.
Yeah, nice.
At least just to hang out.
Yeah, just a look.
All right. Anything else? Board games? That's it. That's all
Just a Mantis. Skyla played her first game of Mantis. I think.
Did you talk about that last week?
No, because it was no, because it was last Sunday and
Alright,
we didn't. Yeah.
Talk about it then.
I talked about Mantis, but it was the first time she played it, and her and Jess were playing, and it went downhill fast. I think they were both drunk or something. Yeah, and they just couldn't like get the grasp of things. They were just basically harebrained most of the time. So I jumped in and started playing, and it was hilarious to watch how fast they like break their brain, because I was just calling out what cards it was just randomly, and just watching them like fall apart. It's like, how did he know? I was like, I'm just guessing. There's like a 30% chance I get it right. It was odd because I did it like 8 times in a row, and it was fucking with their brains. So it was pretty fun, but I felt bad because I was the only person who was actually like playing to win. They were just like playing to have fun. So I bumped the score limit to like 20, and I just didn't say anything. They were like, "Oh yeah, I hit 10." I was like, "Well, I'm at like 22, so we'll just call this game." But apart from that, I think Mantis is incredibly fun.
All right. Have you played any Magic?
No, but I'm building a new deck. Yeah, I want to save it.
Oh, okay. I took together some of my old. Well, okay. First of all, I went to a game store and I was like, should I buy
Yes.
200?
Yes. Always.
Or no, it was 2 for $5. So should I buy 400 commons for $5?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. And so I did that. Then I bought like 2 random packs of rares that I don't think I even used either of those cards. And I bought some fancy lands that I don't know where they are now.
Nice.
It's true. I don't know.
Nice.
And then I got those and a bunch of my old cards, and I would try to make some decks. So I made so I'm trying to have like, I guess 6 decks. One of each. So there's 5 colors in Magic: red, white, green, blue, and black. And I want like one deck with each of those. So I already had a black deck.
Yeah.
And my main deck, I guess, is a red-white deck. So then I created 3 new decks because I got my brother-in-law's
Green.
old green deck. And I called Nathan. I was talking to him. And I was like, I got Nikki's old elf deck. And he's like, oh, I used to fucking hate that deck.
It's a rough deck to play against.
I remember when we played it, it was like better than everybody's, and it like wrecked the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to play it again, 10 years later.
Would not hold up in standard with today's cards.
No, but
Yeah. But it's still fun.
so then I created a. So here's the thing. So there's like these special lands.
Yeah.
And I found 3 different special lands, and I was like, I'm gonna make a deck out of these that I already had.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I'm gonna make a deck out of these 3 special lands. So I made like a blue wizard deck, a red, a white soldier deck, and
Black rats.
oh sorry, no. So that green one. So one of those special lands was just an elf land. So I put that in the deck, and then I just made a random burn deck.
Oh, nice.
It's probably not good. I think a lot of the cards are too overpowered, but I just made it just because.
That's the best kind of Magic is when you're overpowered. Just destroy people.
No. I meant overcost. So.
There we go. Okay.
But I did that. I kind of want to play Magic some more. My buddy Nate is gonna work with me, and I told him we're gonna play Magic on our lunch breaks.
I'll get him a deck if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, also he's got like 6 decks.
No. A deck you haven't seen.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I'll just get him a precon, but still, it's a deck you haven't seen.
All right. So we're good board games?
Yeah, sure. I'm cool with board games.
All right. Next, video games.
Video games.
Nick.
Si, senor.
What you been playing?
So I've just been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2, the DMZ, because it's free.
You haven't played the campaign yet?
No, because I don't have the disc.
See, I don't know where it is. I should let you borrow it, but I don't know where it is.
Yep.
I'll find it.
Should have borrowed it last time.
True.
I did bring my PlayStation, though. That and... What
I'll
else?
let it stay because it moved.
What was
What
the
else?
other game? I was playing something else.
Anthem.
Oh, yes, Anthem. I am very upset.
Just a story.
Yeah, just the story. Actually, I mean, everything's still working.
It's not shut down?
No.
It's shut down.
No, everything's still working. They're just no longer updating the game. They said the servers are going to be going for a while.
Nick, please don't play that game.
It's fun.
I'm worried about you, though.
Why? It's not.
I know how you were with Destiny.
It's not Destiny bad. It truly isn't. It truly isn't.
I don't want you to waste your money on the.
I'm not going to waste any money on it.
I don't know, man. You bought a lot of COD packs back in the day.
Yeah.
I
did the
math.
math.
He's like, oh, I dropped 20. I'm like, Nick, stop. He's like, I'm going to buy some more. He kept
I don't
buying.
want to talk about how much
He kept buying.
I don't want to talk about that.
Nick, stop. I think the game was like the next game was out after Black Ops 3. And I think we were playing it, and you bought a pack. I'm like, Nick, the next game's out. Don't buy more.
What was it? Was it World War II?
Yeah, right. That was Sledgehammer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good game. Never bought a pack in that game.
Yeah.
Fuck that game. Yeah, I went downhill.
Dude, I really liked the war mode on the beach.
Oh yeah, that one was.
Every other war mode was like okay.
Yeah.
There's one with like a bridge.
So
okay, tangent. So in Call of Duty World War II, there's this game mode called War Mode where it's like one team is defending, one team's attacking, and you slowly push.
I think it's like a 12-man teams.
Yeah, something like that, and you slowly push through. But there's always like a choke point, or not always, but there's like a choke point.
No, there always is.
Yeah, I guess there was one in the beach one too. But there's one map with like a bridge, a small fucking 10-foot long 10-foot width, 15-foot length bridge, and you got to move a fucking tank across it.
Yeah.
Or no, you're building it or whatever.
You got to build the bridge to get the tank across it.
Yeah, and you're like just throwing your bodies at this.
It's a meat
thing,
grinder.
Just trying to slowly push it forward, and that was fucking stupid. Okay.
Yeah, no joke.
That was just dumb.
But
the war mode on the beach, it was like Omaha Beach.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I only remember like one or two times having a bad time pushing up the beach. I never had a bad time on the beach defending it,
Yeah.
but I did kind of sometimes going up the beach. If you have shitty people or people give up and you only have half a team, you're screwed. But that's probably one of my top 10 favorite map/modes on Call of Duty.
It was heavily one-sided, but it wasn't impossible. Like, it was harder to defend outside of the objective than it was like pushing, but clearing objectives, it was just, I haven't even moved it. Clearing objectives was ridiculous. What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on. What's up? Come on.
You haven't got it yet?
I'm going to look at it now.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, I figured you were coming in for something. What's up?
I thought my keys were in here. I apologize.
They're not. They're in the bathroom.
Get wrecked. Yeah, so like progressing up the beach is difficult, but taking it is pretty easy. That was it's like the transitional spaces was difficult. There was a handful of other maps, but honestly Omaha was probably the most polished because I think they used it for the multiplayer beta, so that it needed to be the most polished. I think the other ones were kind of just like an afterthought. Because the game was...
That's a lot of Call of Duty. They pick one game mode. They pick like this game mode, and then they try to do this one map really well, and then the rest of them they're like, I don't go fuck about this.
Well, it's like Nuketown. You know what I mean? They keep recycling Nuketown. There's like 6 different Nuketowns.
I was just thinking like that'd be good. Like I said before, where I was like, that's might be my top 10 like favorite map/modes. That'd be kind of interesting to go through maps and pick and modes and like pick them, because I remember like I can't remember the name of the map, but one of the maps on Black Ops 3 with Safeguard was like one of my favorite ones. I can't remember. I think it was the one with the 3 different biomes or whatever.
Oh,
and the middle one was ice. Yeah. I think that was like my favorite map to play.
I
Safeguard
hated that map.
I loved it, dude. It was so much fun.
Well, pushing through the middle of that map was so rough.
Yeah, I love Safeguard, dude. I got that. Twice we played that at a paintball park, a Safeguard game mode.
Yeah.
But then what happened was they changed the map, and they messed with it a little bit.
Yeah.
They just kind of fucked everything up. And also, all my employees were too goddamn stupid to understand how these game modes are supposed to fucking work. I had to go out and do it myself. Or something.
Yeah.
So
honestly, like once you get it nailed down, it's like it's an incredible fun game mode to like think about. Like concept wise, it's really good.
I would love to like play that on a paintball field one day.
Yeah.
Because I never have to play it.
I bet it's fun.
All right. What were we?
Video games.
Talking about video games.
Yeah. Back to Anthem. It's pretty good. The story, it feels like Destiny, where it's like a lot of the stuff is outside of the actual game, not like off of the game, but there's a hub space where you basically are given the time to read, which like who wants to do that in a video game? Dumb.
True.
But going out there, you can find like out into the space. You can find a lot of like locations that have lore based on them, which I feel like if they were gonna make a more fleshed out game or a sequel, they would probably do that more correctly instead of just shoveling all their money into paid content. But the gameplay is fun, the movement's fun, the abilities are fun. It really, like the gameplay itself is pretty good. The thing I have a gripe with is it is a lot of like recycled stuff. People were saying like the missions were bad because you could take 2 missions that are supposed to be completely different in separate chapters, lay them side by side, and it's the same format, which what game doesn't use the same formats and just tweak things? People are just getting
that seems like
overly nitpicky, I guess, because it didn't come out how they wanted.
I remember Anthem came out. I told everybody and their mother, don't buy it. Don't buy that Anthem.
Honestly, I'm sad I listened to you. It's a good game. I really enjoy it. It's a good game.
Yeah, to play through just the story.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even finished the story.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like, no, the story. I like the story in Destiny. That was fun to play through.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like all that other shit. Like, I'm like, you're just gonna waste your fucking time. It's like Division. Like tried to play Division.
Yeah.
It's like you're just gonna waste your time like trying to play it and then it like not really working.
Yeah. No, any of those
dude,
like
we could have got man back in the day.
yeah.
We could have done Division. Did you know there's a Division spin-off game coming out?
I can't wait.
I was like, I will play this year.
What's
I
it
was like,
called?
I will play something. I don't know. It's the Division something. I just saw this. I was like, what?
Hey, boo boo.
Heartland.
I think
The
I might have
Division
seen it.
Heartland. Standalone spin-off set in the Division universe.
Nice. I can't wait. You know what else is set in the Division universe?
What?
Far Cry.
What?
Far Cry. All of the Ubisoft games are linked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of them
Forgot
are.
it was Ubisoft. Yeah, it's a rural town in the American Northwest.
So like Montana.
Yes, but yeah. And the main thing, the first mode, Storm Operations, is a player versus environment mode,
Nice.
which can support a maximum of 45 players.
Oh shit.
It seems kind of could be fun.
You know what I miss?
What?
The heydays of Battlefield 1.
Dude,
I watched somebody who
So
was
good.
like, "Yeah, Battlefield was so great,"
So
and
much
then
fun.
Battlefield 1 came out, and I was like, "You shut
people,
your
I
mouth."
don't, dude. Sometimes every once in
So
a while I
good.
hear people not liking Battlefield 1. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? One of my top, now I can't name the other moments, but I know one of my top like 5 best gaming moments of my life,
Yeah.
video game moments of my entire life, was playing Battlefield 1. Forgot the name
Conquest.
for a second. Playing Conquest, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
And at one point, so there's like, you have like the middle of the field, and like that's under your control, and then the enemy team takes it over, and then you have to
Oh
retreat.
no, that's Rush. That's Rush, I think.
No, it was the main big mode, and then you have to like retreat back or whatever.
Oh,
It
that
was
is Conquest.
Conquest,
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to retreat. So they take it over, and like there's a whistle that sounds, and then like the background is like yelling, like guys yelling, and you're supposed to
Charging, yeah.
retreat. And then the enemy team gets like a charge boost, so they like run fast. And at one point that happened, and then I hopped on a mounted machine gun, and then I just got it, and all these people were rushing towards me, and I just started mowing them down.
So good.
And I killed probably like 10 people or whatever, and I was just like killing all these people running towards me. And it's like, and it's like, oh, and you might think I've had that moment in video games. You're like, you doing that, but these were real people.
Yeah.
So it's like actual
It's not
people
NPCs.
controlled, and they're all running towards me, and I'm on a machine gun, like just mowing these people down. And then
Yeah.
eventually I died, right? But it's like you have a timer before you have to leave that area, right?
Yeah.
So I think I didn't actually get shot. So I'm like shooting them, and then I got shot a couple times or whatever, and I'm just mowing these people down, just like doing suppressing fire while my allies are retreating, and then I died, and it just felt like I just felt amazing.
It
One of my
is
top
a very
5
like
gaming moments of
Rambo
my life.
moment. Yeah.
It was like real people running towards me, and I'm mowing them down. And it felt different from like Call. It just felt more real. Like Call of
Yeah.
I've probably done that in Call of Duty. It's
Yeah.
some points, in
There's
a
a
ground war
campaign,
or a
yeah.
safeguard, something like that. You might run behind a corner and just mow down like 5 people or whatever. But this
Yeah.
was different. This was like
Yeah.
a mounted gun. My teammates are retreating. The enemy is running
Yeah.
towards me, advancing, yelling, holding a bayonet, charging me, and I'm just fucking.
Yeah, it's a very like cinematic
I
moment.
still like feel like
It's
I don't want
such
to
a
say I
good
got
game.
chills, but
It's
like
such a good game.
I don't want to say it sounds lame. I think to say I got chills, but I think I got chills from that. I was just like, ooh. He's petting a dog. That's what he's doing. in case you're
Nope.
wondering. That's our new mascot, Abu. He's kind of too small to be seen. Hi.
Yeah, you seen him walking around in the back.
Yeah.
I think the thing I like most about Battlefield 1, we're just going to go on a Battlefield tangent.
Yeah,
Here
we're
we
just
go.
gonna talk about.
Here we
Battlefield
go.
now.
One of the things I liked most about Battlefield 1 was what squad member you picked, like what class you chose, really had an effect. Like if you picked a scout and you were sitting back sniping people and you played your role, it showed. You know, if you were playing a medic and you were just hauling ass around, reviving people, it really changed the tide of things. So when you have a game that has 2 teams of 30 or 60 or whatever it was,
Whatever it was, I don't remember.
and you have a handful of squads that are like playing the game, you know, playing their role, it changes the pace and it makes it so much more exciting. Because you have somebody like calling a tank and they'll mow through like 8 or 9 people, and someone out of nowhere will blow up a tank. It's like, oh, well, let me see if I can go revive some people. It's like if you play that role and you play the objective, it gets so much more exciting. So I think it was the last time a multiplayer game like that really utilized the difference in squads. And honestly, I don't want to say it was like the start of a downhill in gaming, but it was probably for like first person shooters. There hasn't been one since that's really tapped into
You're
that.
thinking AAA title. I'm sure there's been some indie-ish titles
I mean,
with some stuff like that.
the thing that I've found that's the closest is Enlisted, which is free. Funny enough, it's okay. I haven't played it with other people, but it doesn't feel like if you picked a squad, it would change the game. You know, you can shift things around, but I feel like honestly, Battlefield 1 really tapped into that. Each role was drastically different, but still balanced enough. Like, yeah, one person who spends all of their time with a sniper in that game could ruin it for a large majority of people, or somebody who just sits in a plane all game.
Oh god, those people who sat in planes all game
Yeah.
can go eat a gigantic dick.
Yeah, but it's also the people that's like, you sit in a plane all day, but you're still technically like playing your
I don't care.
role.
Go fuck yourself. You're like capturing the objective. You feel good. You're holding the enemy back.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, bombs, boom, from ahead, kill you and 8 people. You're like,
yeah, but that's the
fucking
thing.
great.
It's like, the thing is, like, if you had an entire enemy team of like medics, yeah, it would be like shooting fish in a barrel because they can't really combat that. If you have one person on the other team who's really good in a plane and no one else on your team is good in a plane, of course it's one-sided. If you had somebody on your team like that who could fend off planes,
Every
of
time I got on the
course.
plane, it was just, do nothing crash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do nothing crash.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one time I think you hopped in a plane, and as soon as you spawned, I crashed.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking thanks. You're like, can I spawn on you? I think you were like, can I spawn on you? And I was like, yeah, I'm in a plane. You're like, all right, you spawn and crash. And you were like, I just saw fire.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
opened my
like
eyes
zooming in
and saw
and
fire.
yeah, the plane was just like careening towards a building or something.
All right, so in the past 2 weeks,
Yeah. You good?
I'm the only
video games you've
video
played?
game I played.
There we
was I
go.
played besides Brick Breaker on my phone, which I'm still playing. Bricks vs Breaker on my phone, which I'm still playing every day.
Yeah.
The only thing I did in video games in the past 2 weeks is I played an hour and a half of Dishonored, and I beat the mission that I was talking about
Nice.
last time.
Did you do it how you wanted to?
Yeah, but I somehow killed 2 people, and I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, that game kind of punishes you if you kill too many
I
people.
don't really. Yeah, but I thought I didn't kill anybody. I actually killed a couple people, and then I like restarted a previous save. That's why it took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then I ended it, and it was like, oh, you killed 2 people, and I was like, when did I kill 2 people?
Yeah, last time I was talking to somebody about it, they were trying to go through a complete like pacifist run.
Yeah, I'll never do that in my life. But.
And they were like, yeah, it's harder than Dark Souls because Dark Souls you can like get into a
Jesus.
rhythm. That game, it's like you fuck up, you're set back hours. It's not like, okay, well, let me just get back to the boss and try again, you know. I mean, obviously, Dark Souls is difficult. I'm not trying
You
to
can
shit
like
on
save a
Dark Souls.
shitload though at any point.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Dark Souls, I think it's more you can build something up, and then when you get set back, it's like, this is the new brick wall I throw myself at for the next few hours. Dishonored, it's like, you don't really know exactly how you're going to do this. So it's a bunch of trial and error. It's more like, this is the brick building I'm going to throw myself at.
It's still fun.
I'm laying on my foot. Yeah. I hear it's great, though.
It makes it seem it like kind of telling me like it seems like I'm about to do the last mission. That's what it's like saying, but I was like, it can't possibly be the last mission.
It could be the last mission for like a chapter.
But
or
I think it might
an
be the
act.
last mission.
Have you
I think
done
the game might only
any
have like
side
5
stuff?
missions. I think it might only have like 5 missions. There's like no side missions. There's optional objectives in each mission you do.
Yeah.
So it's not a side. It's not an actual side mission. It's an optional objective. So there might only be like 5 missions. 'Cause
Well, I thought the
think
game-
it's about to be done.
I thought the game took like 2 hours. No. Way more than 2 hours. I thought time to beat was like 9.
Each mission take like an hour or more than that.
Well, I guess probably with like optional objectives and stuff. Playing more Final
I
Fantasy.
looked up the division.
Good shit.
More.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. How is it?
It's pretty good. I've gotten to a point where I'm just turning my soldiers into super soldiers. I found out it's not a glitch, it's a feature. I found out
12 hours.
there's certain traps that you can trigger in the game that will remove a level, but not your stats. So you level up, you
Okay.
gain stats, and then you step on the trap, and you go down a level, and then you level up, and you get the stats again.
All right.
So I've gone up to level 45, and then dropped down to 28, and then gone back to level 40. And now they're super OP. I'm just amassing an army of like 8 people. It's so fun. I'm over here killing dragons like an anime character.
All right. Anything else?
Honestly, not really. I stopped playing COD Mobile only because it's a new season and the sweats are out and it's obnoxious.
Yeah, just wait a little bit.
I went from winning like 17 out of 18 games to losing 9 in a row.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You don't need to play.
It is fun though. It did scratch that itch, but now I'm playing DMZ, so I got a new, different kind of
I
itch.
can't answer the phone, Skylar. I don't know why she thinks.
We
I
can
can't answer
pause.
the phone.
What do you want from
Doing the
Dodge?
podcast.
Why don't you call me? We can pause it. I'll text her.
All right, Nick. So, what?
Me. So, what's up?
What? She's at Walmart. She's not even at Dutch Bros.
This
What movies you watched?
I watched Strange. What was it? Strange World. Strange World on Disney Plus.
Was it good?
It's pretty good.
Looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
People are talking shit about it. I still don't understand why people are mad at it. I don't.
I think they're more mad at Disney because the movie was not advertised at all, and it basically skipped theaters. And they're like, "Oh, it's the #1 streamed movie on Disney Plus." And it's like, I wonder why.
Yeah, people were saying that, but I saw trailers for it.
There was a handful, but I think there was only 1 or 2 trailers that got circulated, as opposed to a handful of other Disney movies that have like 48.
I think it's because they know it's not going to make $1 billion, so they're like, it'll make some money, but they don't care about it. They're just going to advertise movies that make $1 billion.
Honestly, I think they're just putting out movies. It's a good movie. Honestly, I'd give it like a 80 out of 100. It's a good movie, but I feel like it's definitely like we hit our Disney movie quota for the year. You know, we just had to put out one more, and I think it wasn't so much that it was rushed, but Disney's getting into that formula where it's like they're doing the same things over and over and over again. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, but it's still a good movie. It's worth a watch.
Is that all you watched?
For movies, yeah. Found a
You
new
watched
anime.
one movie in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, found a new anime, so we're kind of watching that.
Okay. I guess I only watched one movie the whole last week, but I
Yeah.
watched 5 the week before that.
Nice. Also, been working like crazy, so I haven't had time to watch movies.
Yeah.
Who has time for that?
I mean,
Got called in on a Sunday to go chop down trees.
2 weeks ago, Sack Anime. That sucked.
How was it?
Terrible.
You didn't
Our
go?
water ball was in my way. It was annoying.
You didn't go?
For fun? No.
Oh,
I
why
worked
not?
fucking overtime the goddamn fucking whole day fucking Sunday.
So you-
Goddamn Roger broke his fucking ankle, so now I gotta do all his goddamn work.
Good shit,
Son of a
Roger.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you had money to
And
you
then
had
one of my
money
other
to
co-
spend.
And then one of my coworkers is quitting.
Jeez.
Like 7 of us work there, and one guy broke his ankle, and one guy's quitting.
What are they doing to people?
I think he just found a better job. It's not like he hates the job. He just found a more higher pay.
Better than a state job?
But we are hiring. Yeah. He works at a hotel. He gets like $30 an hour.
I guess that's better. It's not
Sometimes
state, but
if
still.
it's a really high paying event, sometimes he can make $50 an hour.
Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
He's gonna take that job.
More pay is always good.
So I rewatched 2 movies. Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers 2. Actually pretty good. Revenge of the Fallen is actually good.
Yeah.
Transformers 1 is good. Revenge of the Fallen is actually really good. That's actually a really good movie. And then the third one is kind of just dumb action. And then the other 2 are just kind of dumb action. And I haven't seen Bumblebee. And I'm sure the next one is going to be, guess what? Dumb action.
It's like the Fast and the Furious movies now. Where it's like cars, but also just like mindless action.
Yeah.
At least John Wick's getting it right.
God, the last Transformers The Last Night was so bad.
it looked so good though.
It was so
Visually gorgeous.
dude. The freaking Dinobots, dude. It's like you could watch that movie.
Yeah. They don't change anything.
I remember Gus from Rooster Teeth. He was like, I watched that movie and the entire, and he's like, and at the, it's like, and at the end of it, I was like, he said, I could not tell you a single thing that happened in that entire movie, and I just watched it.
But there's Dinobots.
It was like the entire. It was like 40. It was a 45-minute fight scene or something like that with Transformers, and it's like you don't think you can get bored watching Transformers and giant dinosaurs fight? You can get bored watching Transformers and giant dinosaurs fight.
I mean, it makes sense.
But one's good, and Revenge of the Fallen is actually really good. People say it's not. It's good. It's actually is. And I rewatched Twins for the first time.
Is that the Arnold movie?
Many movies, yeah.
Nice.
Arnold and Danny DeVito. That's a great fucking movie. Dude. It's so good.
They're in another one, aren't they?
They were supposed to do a triplets and with Eddie Murphy, but that never happened.
That would be phenomenal. Well, there's a boo. What was the one where he was pregnant?
Who was pregnant?
Arnold.
He was pregnant?
Yeah. Junior, I think.
When he was the you mean like the
No, he was literally pregnant. Like he injected himself with something and had a baby. I could have sworn Danny DeVito was in that. I could be wrong. We'll look it up.
So it was announced filming will commence in January 2022
For
triplets.
oh god.
But it never happened because the director got really sick and then died.
Oh no. I think I might have heard about that, honestly.
So now they're not going to do the movie.
Oh, that's dumb.
Was he the director of the original movie?
I'm
trying
not
to find
certain.
out.
I'm not certain.
Yes. So the director, they wanted the original director back, and he died. So I guess they're not going to do the movie now. They're also getting pretty old. Arnold Schwarzenegger's like 70 something, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it'd still be funny.
Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant? What are you to Arnold?
I think I could be wrong about the name, but I'm pretty sure it's called Junior.
I love you. Look it up. It says former governor of California.
I know, right?
That's just funny to me.
I had a friend who went to the Capitol.
Junior.
It is called Junior. Yeah. You've never seen that movie?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's pretty funny. There's a scene in there.
Oh, it's Danny DeVito's in this one too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's like his friend or something. He's like taking care of him. But it is hilarious.
What the fuck was that?
It's
Where
hilarious.
can I watch this movie?
It's great.
Sorry, this is a dumb tangent. I apologize, people.
It's great. There's a scene in there.
Watch a movie. I have to pay for it. I would pay $4 to watch that. Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, my friend might have a copy on DVD I can get. Yeah, there's a scene in there where they're like, yeah, we're going to cut it out of you and we're going to take your child. And it's like, no, my body, my choice. And punches the guy in the face.
Yes.
It's like, yes.
Yes.
Every woman in the room just starts cheering. It's like,
Fuck
oh.
yeah. More relevant
man,
now than ever.
I know, right? It's hilarious, though. I love it. But it is very like 80s Arnold doing it, too.
Good. He's got glasses on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's like a super nerd. But it's also like,
Da-da-da.
it's the body of a Terminator. It's great.
It's like when The Rock. It's like did you watch Rampage? It's like The Rock is like a scientist or whatever, but he's like,
Yeah, yeah, he's like a biologist or some shit. Yeah, I saw like bits and pieces of it.
I mean,
It made some
plausible.
sense.
That for him it makes sense, but it's like you're
Yeah.
like a scientist working in a laboratory. You're like, oh, but you're also super buff. That's just weird.
There's people that do it.
Yeah, but like not like. I guarantee there's no scientist that's that nerdy that looks like Arnold.
I will spend the next 2 weeks trying to find somebody.
There you go. I'm hoping to get some pictures.
All right. Weirdo.
Have you not seen Twins? You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it in a while.
It's so good.
We had
it on VHS.
I think I did as well.
We're old.
Yo. I'm turning 30 this year.
You're so fucking old, Nick.
Oh my god.
right.
Abu, I'm almost as old as you.
And I rewatched, which I'm probably gonna rewatch every 6 months for the rest of my fucking life because I guess I can just
Walking
do it.
Tall?
No. Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. Dude, I like rewatch.
That movie's okay.
Like every 6 months. I know, but it's just fun. It's just fun.
That movie's okay,
It's fun, dude.
I guess.
I love football movies.
Football movies are one thing.
Any
Adam
football
Sandler
movie,
movies.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Except like except like if it's a super dramatic football movie or whatever.
Yeah. Like Remember the Titans.
Shut up. Like I don't know, Any Given Sunday.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, well, I hate the spoiler. Friday Night Lights. Skip 10 seconds. I hate that
I
they
haven't
lose.
seen it.
Shut up. You've seen
I
Friday
haven't.
Night
I
Lights.
truly haven't.
It's a true story. So
I truly have not seen it.
Oh, whoa.
I haven't seen it.
You gotta keep going farther.
Why can't I just keep talking loud? Nah, it's picking up.
Well,
on
I'm
both
sorry,
ears.
Nick. It's a true story. If it's a true story, it can get spoiled for you.
No.
Okay, no, true story spoilers are free fucking game.
No. Endgame was true.
You gotta warn me quicker than that.
I was trying to.
You gotta go, no! Bad Dom! Because it slapped me.
I didn't
No!
want to scare a boo. Nah,
Good
it's
boy,
whatever.
good boy, boom.
He's just enjoying himself.
Alright, now those are the movies I rewatched and the movies I watched
Anything
new. I
new?
watched Man on a Ledge. That's got Our Boy.
Mama Goose, Ryan Gosling.
No, no, Our Boy.
Our boy.
Our Boy, yeah, Our Boy.
Schmorgan Heckengard.
No, got it. See, I didn't even have to look. I didn't even see it. No, Sam Worthington.
Oh,
That's Our Boy.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
See, I love.
Yeah.
I say it, and you're like, "Oh, you're right."
For
Our
a
Boy.
second there,
No, that's Our Boy.
For a second there, I was like, wait, which one's that one?
I said.
I was thinking Sam Rockwell. I was like, what? I don't remember him being in that.
All right. And that was kind of cool.
What's it about?
That is a man is on a ledge.
Oh, you don't say.
He escapes prison, and he's like a cop that stole a diamond, but he's being framed. Now he's on a ledge, and he's trying to clear his name. And
Did he actually?
no, Sam Worthington. He never does anything wrong.
Well, he did kill JFK.
What movie is that from?
Oh, boo boo.
All right, and I watched All Quiet on the Western Front.
I hear it's good.
That movie's in German. I did not know that. Did you know that, Nick?
I did.
I did not.
I have the book.
It's in German.
Guess what?
Books in German?
No. It'd be
Um,
funny if it was.
But I watch it dubbed, so
Yeah.
always dubbed, never sub. I'll watch I'll watch
Gross.
Ip Man subbed. That's the last.
I feel
movie.
that.
That's the last movie I watched subbed
I feel that.
in my life. Dubbed all the way, for everything.
Speaking of dubbed and subbed,
But
I
Ip Man sub. You can't watch
Yes.
Ip Man.
Yeah.
dubbed.
no, it's gross. Oh, Kung Fu Hustle, another good one dubbed.
You mean subbed
No,
or
dubbed.
dubbed? Okay.
Dubbed. Speaking of subbed or dubbed, found a new anime to watch.
Oh, so now we're off of movies, right? Now we're going to TV shows.
I wasn't sure if you were done.
Now we're going. No, that's it. I only watched 5.
Oh, okay.
This whole week I didn't watch a single movie. But last week I watched 5. Go.
It is called. You're talking about shows, right?
Yes.
It is called Skeleton Knight in a New World. It's one of those. There's a word for it where somebody gets transported to a video game world and they're doing the thing, and it's pretty funny. The theme song is great. I'm in love with it. It is a bit rough.
So it's like a dot hack movie, dot hack show.
Sure, whatever that is.
The guy gets pulled into a video game.
Technically, it's not like Sword Art or anything. You never see outside of the game.
So Sword Art is dot hack sign. It's the same exact thing.
Okay. I think it's called, what is it, Isekai? Or it's like transported to a different world.
You've been watching. It's only got 12 episodes.
Yeah, I'm on episode 10.
So you're like, I
I'm
don't know.
almost done with
It
it.
just to me, you're like, I've been watching it. It's
I've-
got 12 episodes,
I have.
12 half-hour episodes. I've
I'm
been watching
almost
the
done.
shit out of it.
Well, I got to episode 5 dubbed, and then Jess was like, I want to watch it. So I watched episode 1,
That's fair. Okay,
Dubbed.
that's different.
and then she's like, I don't like dubs. So we watched it again in sub.
Fucking this, fucking Jessica.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But no, it's great, honestly. It's one of those ones that I'm willing to like sit through subbed just because I've already seen the first 5 episodes, so I can tell when a new character is on because there's a different voice actor, so I'll pay attention. But most of the time it's just like I know what he's doing. He's one of those overpowered swordsmen, so it's like, yeah. He's just here to kick ass. I don't need to listen to him. But it is honestly like it's hilarious. It's more funny than I thought it would be. Which a lot of those, it's a bit more serious or like romantic. This one's just pretty much all camp or comedy. It does have a little bit of seriousness in it. Like the very beginning, it's a little rough. Has some trigger warning stuff. But apart from that,
Okay, that's
good to
pretty
go.
funny.
What?
So you picked a skeleton skin and now he's a skeleton.
Yeah, so
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
in the game, he picked a skeleton as his avatar because he wanted to like role play that he was cursed, and he was trying to uncurse himself, and he progressed through like the classes in the game to become like a holy knight. So when he got sucked into the game, he was a skeleton. And now the goal's the same. It's like, well, I can't take my helmet off anywhere because people will think I'm a monster and try to attack me. So I leave the helmet on, and I'm trying to find a way to uncurse myself. And everything he's found is basically not permanent. It'll uncurse him for like
So
a
far.
few seconds so
You got
far.
2 more
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what'll happen, but apparently there's supposed to be a second season. So
Oh, okay, good.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't wait for the next season of Goblin Slayer. Oh, that's a good one. If you
Yeah,
ever
what-
want to like hate yourself, watch that show.
What
It's
else-
so fucked.
What else have you been watching?
There was another show I was watching. Oh, I finished HR, Human Resources, the Big Mouth spinoff show.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I also watched, I think, 9 out of 10 or 11 out of 12 of season 6 of Big Mouth. I don't know how many episodes. I just know I only have 1 left, and I'm waiting to watch it.
For what?
I don't know. A dated.
I heard some people hate
Yeah.
Big Mouth though.
I heard the same thing, but it's also like, shut up.
They say it's
Boo-hoo.
super like
Go ahead.
gross or
And
something. I can't remember the critiques I've heard of it.
well, it's a show about kids going through puberty and dealing with hormones and sex.
Oh,
so
fun.
it's like, yeah, but it's not super
What show
serious.
is it?
But it's not like super serious about itself. Like there's literally monsters that make dick jokes. Like, come on. It's if you get past that, it's hilarious. It's truly amazing. Like one of the hormone monsters has like fuzzy dicks for children, and they're hilarious. But
Alright.
seriously, the show's great.
Anything else?
10 out of 10. I was gonna watch Rick and Morty, and then I chose not to. Did you ever get around to watching South Park, by the way?
No, I've been watching Rick and Morty,
So I want to show you something.
but I started watching it before. I might as well keep watching it.
So I'm gonna
Um,
load up HBO Max right now.
Dude, I'm like watching it, and I'm like watching, and it's like, it's funny, but I'm like, it's not that funny, guys.
The second one on my For You. Let's see if it pops up because I'm on data right now.
I'm like, it's funny, but it's not that funny. I mean, it's okay.
it's good. It's creative, I think is the thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I know it's gonna be like rare episodes where it's like Rick feelings or whatever. It's like, because I just watched, I'm like halfway through the second season, and I just watched one episode with like his girlfriend or some chick,
Unity.
Unity. Yeah.
Oh, that episode hurt me.
And it's like that, and like the end, I was like, I like that because it's like feelings and emotion stuff. And I know those episodes are rare, but I kind of want to just watch those. Like, can I just skip the like
Yeah.
random dumb episodes I don't care about to get to those episodes that are like super emotional and stuff like that?
Yeah, that episode hurt me a lot. Ugh. I still listen to that song.
Nick, I understand it's on
HBO Max.
HBO Max, but I'm just saying right here it's not.
And?
On Google, it's not on HBO Max, so that's why I didn't watch it.
Okay. So when I screenshot it and sent it to you and said, "Hey, it's
But
on
I already
HBO Max,"
But I already watched an episode of Rick and Morty.
and an episode.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna keep watching until I finish it.
Uh huh.
I
Okay.
watch it on my lunch break. I watch like 2 episodes a day.
Okay. So how's it going?
I just told you I've been watching.
Apart from what you've said, how's it going? Do you like the show?
It's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Do you wish it was less domestically violent?
Fucking stupid. In the first season, there's like 4 rape jokes.
You're not wrong.
I was like, okay, come on.
You're
And then they're
not
like,
wrong.
and the creator is a bad person. Whoa.
Yeah. Somebody even pointed out, it's like you can't make a show like that and have fucked up jokes like that without having something a little wrong with you.
I watched Total Recall.
It's a pretty good episode. Not gonna lie.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, this you could say the same thing about the South Park creators, though.
Sorry, sorry. The NFL playoffs are going off right now, and my boss text me. He just said, "Had you nervous?" No question mark, no nothing, because the Bills just won against a third-string quarterback by 3 points.
Ooh, that's got to be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Just can we just stop?
Stop what?
Can the Bills just be good?
Oh, I was like, what are we talking about?
Can the Bills just be good?
I thought we were still on Rick and Morty.
We're supposed to be on TV show still, but sorry, sports he goes, "Had you nervous?" No question mark. No, he didn't do a question mark. He'd be like, "Hey, were you nervous?" He just goes, "Had you nervous?" Fucking, we like to talk. I like to. He's a Broncos fan, so it's just fun to talk shit about him every single day. I'm like, hey, Broncos, yay! Or I was saying,
They're still a team.
And then one other guy who broke his goddamn ankle.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Tim.
Fucking Roger.
That's what it was.
He's a Raiders fan, and I was like, hey man, you know what? Before the season, I was like, man, things are looking up for you, Raider fans. You might get 3rd in the division. You might get 3rd. Let's go, dude. Fuck yeah.
That's great.
And they did.
That's
What did I say?
fucking awesome. Yo, they might get Brady or Rodgers. So who knows?
Okay, and Nick, I
Yes.
did not finish it, but I did watch 10 episodes of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I finally watched it.
I think like 3 episodes ago, you're like, I'm gonna finish it.
I'm going to finish it by next podcast. Guaranteed. 100%. You can slap me across the face if I don't finish it.
Yo, I'm gonna rock.
You
your
can
shit.
slap the shit out of me across the face.
I'm gonna literally fucking decapitate you. I'm gonna blindfold you so you don't see it coming, and then I'm just gonna fucking like.
Okay, I really gotta watch it because next Monday, my day off, I'm going in for overtime.
Yeah.
So that's a whole day. I'm not watching
Let's-
TV.
I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make you show me the account and show me the watched episodes. If they're not all watched, I'm just gonna
Yes,
decapitate
it's my
you.
account, not my brother's.
Yeah, your
I'm
account.
not sharing Disney.
Nobody does that. We pay
Never.
for all of our
See,
stuff.
Netflix is getting rid of it.
Oh.
Dude, about to lose 10 million subscribers, and then when Stranger Things 4 comes out, they're about to get 10 million 1 month subscriptions.
Oh yeah.
And that's all I've been watching.
Yeah, pretty much same, honestly. We pretty much only watch TV like when we're eating dinner. So we'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes of something, and then by then it's like 10 o'clock. So it's like, fucking, I'll just go to bed.
Yep. Go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yo.
Haven't even taken my second break at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but you also work nights. Shut up.
All right. Watching anything interesting on YouTube?
So I was kind of excited to get to this segment.
Okay, let me do my thing because my thing's not as exciting then.
Okay.
Well, then we can talk more about
No,
YouTube.
no, no. Go ahead. Is this bitch a Dutch yet?
She says she's in line.
God
I've been watching my normal stuff, board game stuff. Still watching game ranks like almost every day. But I've been trying to watch a lot more Magic the Gathering videos.
Yeah. How's it going?
Just like talking about Magic the Gathering,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times they don't say what like the card does,
No.
and I'm just listening to it. So I'm like kind of a fucking waste to just listen to it and not watch. But I'm hoping that maybe I'll just absorb more Magic knowledge.
Yeah.
And also, it's like a lot of times I don't really necessarily, God damn it, care a whole lot about what is being said. I just want something in my ear to listen to while I'm
Yeah.
mindlessly stacking chairs. You know, so it doesn't. So like, and also my mind wanders a lot, and then I snap back to what I'm listening to. A lot of times it's like magic stuff that I don't really care about. But so that's the only new update I have on YouTube. Stop camera. Stop it.
Yeah, I keep seeing it.
Okay, go.
So I fell asleep watching a breakdown. Weirdly enough, it was just in my like recommended stuff. I fell asleep watching a breakdown of Starship Troopers.
Why?
It's such a good movie.
It's
Such
a great fucking
It's a
movie,
great
dude.
movie.
So
Well,
fucking good.
I can lead you down the rabbit hole that got me there. I watched a biological breakdown of the graboids from Tremors, and they were like, "Oh, let's do the arachnids from Starship Troopers." And I was like,
Awesome.
"All right." So I watched that. The next morning, I woke up to these two guys reacting to movies, and Starship Troopers was one of them. And I was like, "That's phenomenal. Let's watch that." And I forgot how good that movie was.
It's really good.
So now I'm just watching other people's first reactions to Starship Troopers. It is gold. It is so good.
What are you talking about? What are you even saying here?
No joke. Like, just type in, it's like Starship Troopers first reaction or first watch reaction. It's like the people on there who've never seen it, who watch it's like, man, how did they make this movie back then? In like 97, I say back then. Looking at it, it's truly gold. It's amazing. One of the girls I was watching from Australia literally threw up watching that movie. I was like, yes.
That can be kind of gross.
Well, there's the scene in the very beginning when they're dissecting a bug, and they're just handing like goopy, slimy stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw up." Then the character throws up, and then she throws up. I was like, "Ha ha ha!"
You know what scene kind of fucked with me, dude? As a kid, honestly, when all the kids are stomping on those roaches in that
Yeah.
commercial, that fucked me. I don't know why. Just watching, like, if you're too big, like that, a big size roach like that.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
If you're too big, like I can't kill. Like
Yeah.
a big huge roach like that, like I can't just stomp it because it's like too alive, you know.
Yeah.
A small roach, you're fucking dead.
It's like-
Mosquito, dead. A fly, dead.
Honestly, it's like stomping out a mouse. once
Yeah,
they get
but
that
like
big.
a thing like this big, like
Yeah.
cockroach, like I just can't like
Do it.
like it like has eyes, like it looks at you. I'm like I can't fucking just stomp on it. I just,
What do you want to keep it as a pet? You
I
want
don't-
to
can't do
release it out into the wild?
I can't do it. It's too live.
It's a pest.
It's too alive though.
You shoot it with a shotgun.
Hey,
if you have
but yeah, I guarantee you though,
to. Yeah.
if I was gonna die, I could kill it.
No, the real question is, if you're gonna die, would you eat it?
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
To Amazon we go. You know,
but so well, the first thing you gotta do is almost kill me.
it's not a fight to the death. You said if you were gonna die, not because of the cockroaches.
No.
If you're on like a deserted island, the only thing that was there was like coconut trees with no coconuts and cockroaches because of the coconut.
All right, you want watching anything else? Yeah,
Pretty
I
much just
I
that.
did not expect that.
I
did
know,
not
right?
expect you to say that. If I had a million guesses,
Starship Troopers is so freaking good.
it is.
Honestly, no, that's pretty much all I've been watching. Maybe a little like Neebs here and there. I will go back every now and then and watch a show called Game Nights. I think with a K, Knights. It's just 4-player Magic, but they go through and use either precon or new boosters from sets, and just show you like some of the cards and how they work, what they do, and they'll play like 2 or 3 games just so you can really see how they flow and what their strengths and weaknesses are. And some of the stuff that I've seen is like from 2017, so it's like hella old. But that's a majority of my cards are older cards,
Yeah.
so it works out pretty well. But they've had a handful of like famous people. Like I think Post Malone's been on 4 episodes, and he's
That's the show post. Okay,
yeah, he's won 3, I think.
nice.
Yeah, one of them he won in 4 turns.
Is he playing normal or commander?
They played normal until Commander became a really big thing, and then they switched over to Commander. But they were just doing Planeswalkers, which is
I really
pretty
think
fun.
That I hate commander.
Commander's all right. It's just
I really do think that, but I don't know. I haven't like played it.
honestly. I
I've never
think if
played
you-
it, but no, I did. I have played it, but I think
Yeah.
I hate it.
I think if you built your own Commander deck and you played your own Commander deck, I think it would be different.
What Brandon Nathan told me is they were like, do not build your own, just get a precon. It's better than 90% of every single one that somebody's made.
You're not wrong there. Precons kind of cover all the bases.
Like,
The issue is it's not really yours.
Brandon was saying they played like Flynn. Flynn like made his own, and he was saying that JoJo he was saying my brother Jordan just like attacked Brandon, and then like Flynn something, I can't remember exactly what he said. He said like Jordan attacked him a whole bunch, and then Flynn came in and swooped in and did like the last bit of damage, and then came in second. And then he said Flynn was talking shit. Sorry to say this private story that Brandon told me. Then he said Flynn was talking shit, and Brandon's like, "Fuck you," something like that.
That's great.
It's
It's also Commander though. It's like 4-person free for all. So somebody could do a majority of the work, and you come in and sweep everybody with almost nothing. Because one of the issues is like people have to assess the threat at the table. So if there's somebody with a full board and they're like mana ramping, here we go, magic set. Obviously everybody's gonna want to take them down before they get too strong. The other issue is like if somebody's like, I got a bad hand, or I gotta like find a card so I can shuffle my deck and like redraw that way, and they get 1 card or 2 cards out and just split attacks and take 2 people out. Technically they're winning, you know. There's no points. It's just based on who beats who. So if they're sitting at the table and they have cards in their hand, they're a threat. And a lot of people forget that. Because there's a handful of decks, especially Commander, where you don't run a lot of monsters. You just run a lot of like disruption, as they call it. And you can basically control the board just that way. That way, if somebody wants to try to sweep in and steal a kill or wipe somebody off the board, you can kind of roadblock them. I think that's why Commander's probably the best right now. Or at least the biggest, which I think is one of the reasons why you should get in on it. It's because you can play Commander with any playstyle and still have fun.
Yeah, but like, it's not necessarily me playing.
Yeah.
Going up against.
Well, you're not going to take a Commander deck against somebody who's not playing Commander.
No, I mean like, I play my Commander deck.
Yes.
And if you're playing Commander deck that I hate,
yeah,
I'm not going to have fun because you're playing a deck that I hate.
Well, to be fair, you can remove a few words from that sentence. If anyone's playing a deck you hate, you're not going to have fun.
Yeah, but that's like 1v1. That's a little bit different.
I
it's
guess.
easier to like.
You can play Commander 1v1. You know? I think, honestly, if you played a 4-person free-for-all, you would have fun. Because I think mentally, you might see it as you versus 3 others. It really is a free-for-all. There's a playstyle called Group Hug.
Group Hug?
Yeah, it's the only playstyle I won't play against. It's basically somebody who will give other people life to give themselves life. So it's like, oh, I helped you. Don't attack me. And then coming out
like
of
a little
nowhere.
Bitch.
And coming out of nowhere, like, fuck everybody up.
Nick, you keep saying you don't have a Commander deck, though, right?
I have one, and it's not good.
What do you mean you have one? Did you make it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a Eldrazi Winter deck. It's not fun. Yeah. It has Olamog the Ceaseless Hunger. He's a 10 colorless. He wipes out 20 cards if he attacks you.
Yeah, why would I want to play against that?
That's why.
Stupid.
The thing is, it's like all my other creatures. I specifically made it only Eldrazi, so all of my other creatures are like 1 blue. It's like a 3-cost 1 blue, but all of my land is split land, so I can't use anything to pull land because it's not basic. So I have to basically mill through my deck to get the land, and then I can play stuff. I've never pulled my Commander. It's pretty rough.
That should have been in the board games. Like put that in the YouTube section.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right. Next section. Books. I have not started a new book yet. I want to. I think I'm gonna start this book that I read, like book series that I read like when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
It's called like the Mist Mantle Chronicles.
Oh, never heard of them.
You're the fucking worst. And that's like it's like medieval story, but the caste, and it's got a caste system.
Yeah.
But each caste system is a different like species of a rodent. So it's like anamorphic creatures.
I might have talked to you about this when we were over at your mom's.
So like, I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember, but it's like the royalty is like what I don't remember. I remember there's groundhogs or mole, not mole. They're like moles or like the older, wiser people or whatever. I can't remember, but it's different. It's different. The caste system is different anamorphic creatures.
Good talk.
That's what it was about, and I remember it being really good. And I think I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna read that again.
Okay. Do you have the physical copies?
No, I meant on audiobook.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 credits on my Audible, and I gotta use them. I don't know what to get though. Probably gonna do more Dragonlance books, just cause.
Have you listened to any this week? These last 2 weeks?
No, just
None.
what did I listen to this week?
I don't know,
Probably
that's
mostly
why
just
I'm asking
YouTube.
you.
I think mostly YouTube, mostly people's Starship Troopers reactions. No, honestly, just pretty much that. I haven't touched my audiobooks in a bit. I got frustrated with one of them, so I just kind of
Which one?
took a break. One of the Dragonlance books.
Oh yeah, you said the last week.
Yeah.
Or
It's basically like
last
a
one.
collection of short stories, and when I found out, basically they killed off a character and did nothing with it after that, I was kind of peeved.
Have you?
You know.
I'll stop reading Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because they killed. Spoiler. They killed one of the wolves like halfway through the first book, and then I stopped reading the whole.
Oh yeah,
Then I stopped-
lady.
Then I stopped reading the series.
Yeah.
Literally, did that piss me off? Annoyed me so much. I quit reading. I was like, not gonna. I love that book. The book was so fucking good until that moment, and I was like, I quit.
So here we go.
And
Tangent.
and then I think I was thinking about reading. Sorry.
Go ahead.
But then I learned like every other dog dies too. So then I was like, I'm not gonna read it.
But
Basically, every other dog dies too. Wolf, whatever.
4 out of 5 of the wolves.
Yeah. So then I was like, I quit. I'm not gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
Read it now. Or
So
watch it. Maybe one day.
so the character, like how they, I'm not gonna spoil anything in the book. I don't care. You remember in Breaking Bad, not Breaking Bad, Prison Break.
I rewatch it. Yes.
Lincoln's ex-wife or wife or girlfriend,
Yes.
when out of nowhere they just like whack her, and then
Yeah.
never do anything with it.
Yeah. Terrible decision.
That's pretty much what they did with the character in the book. And then they're like, oh, yeah, he died how he wanted to die. It's like, I guess. And I was like, we'll just put in a new character. I'm like, fuck off. How dare you?
Yeah. I can't like.
He was one of the better
Maybe-
characters, too.
Maybe like. To me, that'd be like valid. Like I don't know. When they killed her off, like I wanted to quit watching the show too, but I feel like I was too invested.
Yeah.
There's too many other characters. The thing with that, there was already like 10 other characters that I
Yeah.
cared about, and I'm like, okay, I gotta keep watching. I gotta keep watching it, I guess.
Now, it made sense, like, for the story because it needed to motivate stuff, but it just seemed
It was
like
so
such
dumb.
garbage.
When you kill someone like off screen, really anticlimactically, and then that doesn't really affect anything,
Yeah.
it's just a waste.
Like No
It's a
Country
waste.
for Old Men. Such a great movie.
Stop, please.
It's so good.
Please stop.
It's so good.
I know you're
Especially-
just annoying me.
When the bad guy wins. No. He's not the bad guy. He's just doing
He's
his
not
job.
the bad guy. He's a
He's
fucking.
not. He's a hitman doing a job.
That's a bad guy. Every hitman's Nick. Every hitman's a bad guy.
So if I was a
blew up
hitman,
the microphone's fucked up now.
so if I was a hitman, I'd be a bad guy.
Yes.
What about Dexter?
He's a bad guy. Okay. If you only kill serial killers, maybe you can sometimes be a good guy.
Well, there we go.
If you're a guy who just kills some guy's wife who never even saw you and doesn't know what you look like and doesn't know anything about you, and you
No,
kill her
she
for
saw
no
him.
reason- Did she see him?
Yeah, because he
When?
made her flip for it.
No, before that, she never saw him before that.
Yeah, but he came to the house and then she was there.
He didn't need to go to the house. He went there for no reason.
He had to make sure the guy wasn't there.
The guy's dead already.
Was he dead at that time?
Yes.
Oh, he was looking for the money.
He already had the money.
Did he have the money?
He had the money.
Didn't she have half of it or something?
She had nothing.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
No
There's
point.
a reason. There's
He
a
did
reason.
it for no reason.
No, he did it because she called it wrong. There was a reason.
And then it's like, technically,
He's
God
not.
damn it, Nick, we're supposed to be fucking talking about
He's
books.
not the bad guy.
Stop, please stop.
He's just a force of nature.
That's any movie that does that. Any
It's
movie,
great.
every single movie that is like, this movie is an allegory for time and mortality and the relentless moving on of time. Every movie that does
Okay, yes,
that
technically.
is bad.
It's just a story about a story.
If you no, okay, so here's what it. Here, no, seriously.
Here we go. We're at
Seriously.
time.
If you, in my opinion, fine. If you put theme over story and your theme is more important than the story you're telling, in my opinion, bad.
What if it's a good theme?
I don't care. I'm watching the movie for the story.
Are you?
Yes,
Are
I'm not
you?
watching it.
Because you
For
just
the
said you
theme.
watched 2 Transformers movies.
That's for action. That's different.
No, you said you watch movies for the story. You're not watching
Yeah.
Transformers for the story. Come on.
In Revenge of the Fallen, when Optimus dies, that's a real fucking moment, dude. Watching something for a story and watching something for dumb, mindless action are two
for
different things.
entertainment. I don't know why. I just got the sudden urge to play GTA. So back to books.
She doesn't even lose the coin toss, Nick. She refuses his offer for coin toss, stating that he cannot pass blame to luck. The choice is his. And then he leaves the house, and you don't know if he kills her. Or
No, he does. Absolutely does. They
You're
confirmed
not
he does.
supposed to know. You're not
No.
supposed to know.
You do know.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
You want to know how?
How?
It's called callback. Early in the movie, when he smokes that dude in the shower, when he walks out, he wipes his feet because he had blood on his shoes and he didn't want to track blood. When he leaves the house, he wipes his feet again, so you know he killed her.
Okay, well, I think, Nick, you're not supposed to know for sure.
That's why they did the whole foot wiping thing. They wanted to. It's like a Chekhov's gun.
Any movie that does that is bad. Every single movie.
What leaves it up to interpretation?
No, every movie that's like
Or like
what I said
subtle
earlier.
clues?
Any movie that puts theme above
okay.
story is bad.
I thought you meant like figuring out details.
Every
about
movie that
something
does that
through
is bad,
subtle-
and I hate every
details.
movie that does that. I think it's bad. I think it's stupid. I think it's terrible. All right, moving on. Stop talking about every goddamn fucking podcast. you
We
bring
brought it up
Crunchyroll movie.
twice.
Every podcast this year.
Shut up.
Hey, that was good, dude. That was all right. I put sports question mark. NFL playoffs are going off. Bills player almost fucking died. CPR on the field for 9 minutes.
Yeah, he walked it off and then
He's-
collapsed again.
As to right now, he's still like on oxygen, but he's like walking and fine, but he's still having some trouble breathing. But he's supposed to be fine. NFL players got off. Nick, who's winning the Super? Who's going to the Super Bowl? Who's winning the Super Bowl? I got Eagles, Bills. Bills win. 27-24.
Jacksonville and somebody else. I have to look at the bracket again.
You got Niners, Bucks, Cowboys. Other teams. Oh, Giants, Vikings,
It's gonna be Jackson.
another team.
Is it Jackson?
Jacksonville's in the AFC.
Ah, fuck it. Jacksonville and Minnesota. Why not? Why not?
That'd be the worst Super Bowl.
Why not?
No.
You remember when I said it was gonna be Green Bay, Tennessee, like 3 years ago?
Well, right now it's Giants 14, Vikings 7 in the end of the first quarter.
Hey, look
I
how
think Giants
Jacksonville.
are gonna win.
Look how Jacksonville came back
Yeah.
with a vengeance.
All right. Music. Anything new?
Nope, nothing new.
Me neither. We never talk about music. What's there to talk about? Country. All right.
Ew.
Podcast. Still 2 Bears.
Pretty much. I'm trying to branch out into some other things. I started listening to one called Hey Man. I got to double check. I don't know if I actually call him Hey Man. That's rough. It is called Hey Man. It is by Josh Wolf and his son. He's a comedian.
Oh, okay. Those
Yeah.
guys, yeah.
And they're hilarious. So,
I like they just do stand up together now.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're just a comedy duo now.
Yeah. Well, it works because all of like the years of telling stories about his son, now he can come up there and be like, well, let me fact check that real quick. Let me give you the other side.
And every once in a while he like says
Yeah.
something that's a little bit different.
Yeah. You heard about his Wikipedia page, right?
Yeah.
Hilarious joke. Apparently his other son has been changing the Wikipedia page to say that he only has 2 kids, excluding their brother. And he's like, yeah, every time I check, he's not on there. It's like, yeah, because he's not famous. He's like, no, it's because I keep going in there and removing him. He's like, that's why. That's so fucked, but hilarious. Apparently, he was in the crowd when they told that joke. Yeah. He came over to the side. He was like, what the fuck? It's great.
All right, did you watch any streaming?
Any streaming? No, I didn't watch any streams. I didn't watch any live streams.
You watched stream?
I watched
Whatever it's called.
VODs.
VODs.
Yeah, I went back and watched some of those. I really want to play Grounded, and one of the streamers that I watched streamed for like 72 bajillion hours. So I started at the beginning just to watch him get terrified by giant bugs.
Good.
Speaking of bugs, Starship Troopers. I'm just kidding.
That
Full
was
circle.
Good. That was Nick.
Full circle.
That was good. All right. Last thing we have to talk about is our indie game club. Nick, I'm gonna be honest with you. For the first time,
Yeah,
I did not play the game.
this is the second time, and
No, first time.
second,
No,
and
what was the first one?
don't. Absolutely do not play this game.
You didn't like it?
I played for probably 2 hours, and after the first 15
picked
minutes, I hated it.
You picked it.
I wanted to snap a controller so bad. The way the game works, Heavenly Bodies, that was our game from last week. You are an astronaut setting up the International Space Station. Technically, it's already kind of set up. You're just doing some odd jobs around the rooms. The way it works is the bottom triggers are your hands. So left, right, obviously. Thank you.
Please send it to my Facebook.
To your Facebook A.
I'm not sending you shit.
Don't talk to me like that, bitch.
See if you treat
Oh,
me,
thanks.
America.
Those
Or
are home
the
size.
rest of the world. I mean, the rest of the world could watch too.
Yeah, there could be somebody in Germany
Email me.
who really wanted to hear about your All Quiet on the Western Front section.
It was good. Oh, I didn't even say if I liked it.
You didn't.
It was
We'll
really
bring
good.
it back. Here we go.
It was
Did you
really good.
you liked it?
Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
It's like Bunker, what's it called? Or Hill, what's it called?
Hill, whatever it was.
Yeah, that one's a sad one
Movie
too.
we've talked about like so many times. I did like the movie All Quiet on Western Front. On the Western Front. It was very sad.
I got the book.
And honestly,
That
I'm
was my phone.
kind of tired of movies that are just like about how terrible war is. But unfortunately, that's every movie nowadays. I understand war's terrible.
Hacksaw Ridge ain't that bad.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't write that down. I rewatch Hacksaw Ridge. But
You're
I'm
welcome.
probably gonna rewatch Hacksaw Ridge like once every
Couple months, yeah.
forever. It's so good. Also, I just like kind of skipped to the cool part.
To the good part, yeah.
You know, and then I watched like the end where he's like, "We're
Kicking
waiting on Private Doss to finish praying." Who the hell is? What the fuck you talking about?
It's so good.
I remember watching that with my dad, and they're like, "They won't go without you." And then my dad was like, "Fuck, I wouldn't either, dude." He's like, "Hell no, I ain't going up there without him."
Yeah. What were we talking about before?
Heavenly Bodies.
Yeah.
Sorry
so
to bring you back to it.
No. It's fine. I need to get this out. PSA. So the triggers, the bottom triggers, are your hands. The sticks are how
See, I
you
knew
move
this.
the
You
hands.
didn't know this when you.
I knew, but I didn't know it was this bad. The bumpers are your legs. So already it's upside down. Also, the way your arms work, when you pull a stick out, it's not pulling, it's pushing. So if you want to push your arm out, you have to like push that direction. So if you want to go that way, you have to go the opposite direction. It's so frustrating because you have to like crawl around the space station. It's like, oh, you got to go get this wrench from this, this loading bay and then take it over to this crane and then adjust the crane arms while you're holding onto the side so you don't float away. I had to climb out of the space station to adjust multiple antenna. And you know how obnoxious it is when you forget to hook up your safety line and you're floating out in space and you're like, meh, trying to get back. I had like 40 foot of safety line And I got a trophy for hooking up before I opened a door. And it was like, oh, safety first. And it's like, you shut up. I don't want to hear it. I got like 2 hours into the game before I realized you can just hook things onto your belt.
And then you quit.
Yes. So I came in, I adjusted the
Nick,
airlock, I think it was.
correct me up.
I fixed the antenna to receive data, and then I built a satellite with a lens on it. And I was like, fuck this game. So pissed. Jess went to a concert, and she's like, so how long did you play? I was like, maybe 3 minutes after you left. And then I jumped on Ark.
Concert? Who'd you go to see?
I don't know. She went to see somebody in Ace of Spades.
Some random ass fucking dumb thing.
Some R&B or some hip-hop thing. One of those.
Okay, all right. Did you play Journey like you said you were going to?
I did play Journey. I
Oh,
did
you
take
did?
a picture of the credits.
Did you beat it?
I took a picture of the credits.
Oh, that means you beat it.
Yep.
Did you like it?
It's pretty fun. I hated the underground section where they like steal your scarf, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Your ability to jump. I was like, what do these things do? Whack. I guess I just lost half my jumps. Good shit. Apparently there's a
Good.
trophy for finishing the game with all of them. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you have to play through like so many times.
Yeah.
All right. So, how would you rank Journey?
I get why people like it. It was a little lacking on
I think
story
it was
for
like
me.
the first one to do that. You know?
Yeah, which
so
I
now there's
think
been other things that do that.
like Abzu. We didn't play Abzu. No, we did play Abzu.
Abzu.
We did play
I
Abzu.
played it. I beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abzu's like this. It's like the same thing, really.
Yeah. What was the other
It
one?
was like the first one to do that. I remember. I know there is a cool thing where it's like you can meet other people doing the same
Yeah.
thing in the same game.
No one was playing.
Yeah, the problem is no one plays. And there's a thing. I think there's a trophy for meeting 20 different unique people. And I was like, that's never gonna happen now, even though the servers are still out.
Does that game have a platinum? Because if it does, fuck you.
I don't know. You tell me.
We're just gonna make 20 accounts.
Hey, remember we cheesed the Division
Yep.
like
Yep. Before they patched it, like
Yeah,
the,
so we
like
somehow,
the
like-
fourth day.
yeah, so we like you had to kill like 20 different people, but
You had to kill 20 rogue agents in the dark zone.
yeah, and so me, him, and my brother-in-law, we cheesed it so that we would like leave, and then leave our group, and then come back in, and then kill one of us, go rogue, and then we would kill them, and we did it like over and over again until we all get the trophy. That was cool, and then they patched that because you weren't supposed to be able to do that, but we were like, this is never. We were like, I think we were trying to kill people, or nobody was going rogue, or I don't know. It's just hard as fuck to do that, to kill 20 rogue agents.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard as hell, dude. You gotta like hope
Oh.
somebody goes rogue and hope you be the one person to kill them.
I found a
20
guy
times.
I helped get that trophy for. He sent me a message, and then I got into a party. He's like, I'm trying to get this trophy. Do you mind going rogue and then coming back? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we just sat by one of the entrances, and every time I got killed out and I would respawn, he'd be like 200 yards down the street because it wouldn't spawn you if there was somebody nearby. So you had to run away so I'd get the same exact map, and then he would run back, kill me, and then run away. And it took like 30 minutes. And I was like, yeah, we did this before it was patched. This would suck to do it now.
Yeah, I know. To do it for real.
Yeah. Because apparently, like, they buffed rogue agents because everyone knows where you are, so they gave them, like, some sort of damage resistance. It's hot garbage. But I also like that they took out accidental rogue.
Yeah.
If you're just killing bad guys and you spun and shot somebody, it's like, oops, you just shot a teammate. Guess you're going rogue. They just turned off friendly fire.
Yeah,
Man, that's good.
what was I
good
gonna say?
stuff.
Oh, it's like I love when you do that when you meet someone random
Mhm.
and you're just like, oh, we're gonna do this thing together. Like I remember
I think I know what you're talking about.
Call of the Dead.
Oh, no, never mind.
So we did that in Call of Dead. I think you were there. I think it was me and you.
Maybe?
And it was some guy, and he wasn't talking. We were like talking, and he sends a message, and he was like, "Do you guys want to do the
The Easter egg?
The Easter egg?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Here, I'll do it for you." And
Gotta
he just
love
did the
those guys.
entire Easter egg for us. I think. Do you know if you were there?
I think I was
think
because
you were there. I think it was me and you.
Yeah, because later when we did it for the live stream, me and you already had it done.
Yeah.
So Cameron just got us all the Wonder Waff. No, I thought you were gonna talk about the purple sweatshirt mob we made in Division.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
We're
dude, I
like
forgot.
eight people deep.
We did have 8 people, and we all wore purple sweatshirts, and we were running through the
Yeah.
fucking dark zone one night. Oh, that was great. That's
Yeah.
got to be up there, top.
Honestly,
Wonder
I think I
Woman.
still have one of them on my friends list, and I keep scrolling past. It's like, where do I know this guy from? And
Purple sweatshirt
I'll
gang.
scroll down. And it's like,
Dude,
he's the Division 1. Okay.
Purple sweatshirt gang. Fuck yeah. Dude.
Yeah, we just got purple puff jackets as one of the cosmetics, and
I started.
ran around. I think you were already wearing it.
I was
Yeah.
I was wearing one. That's like the default. I think was like a purple sweatshirt, purple puffy jacket. I think.
Yeah, and we were like, everybody's got one of these, so we just all put it on, and yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think we did it. I think I had it, and then like me and you did it, and then
Yeah.
we were with 2 other random people, I think. And then like they were just like, oh, yeah, we'll do it too. And then we met like a whole group of 4 people, and they were like, y'all wearing purple sweatshirts? Or yeah, like, oh, we'll do it too.
Yeah,
And so it wasn't like a planned thing. It was just like happened, and it was just like fun. We were
yeah.
probably only doing it for like an hour or so.
But even then, it was.
but it was
great.
still like just fun. Just like
it was great.
we were like 8 people deep. There's only like 20 people allowed in each dark zone, right, or something
Yeah.
like that. So we're like almost half of the whole dark zone was part of our group. And then one other moment I'll always remember is playing For Honor, and I wanted to get the trophy for you gotta win like 20 games of 1v1.
Oh, rough.
Yeah. And it was hard. I was barely winning, right? Until I met somebody at my literally exact same skill level.
Mm-hmm.
And like he won one, I won one. He won one, I won. And we just kept rematching. And I could tell he loved it too. We were both the exact same skill level. It was literally like back and forth. He won one, I won one. And we played like, I probably played like at least 30 games
Yeah.
with just him. And I got the trophy, and I messaged him. I was like, did you get the trophy? He's like, yeah, I got it. I was like, hey man, it was great playing
Perfect.
with you. He was like, and then he was like, yeah, fucking, you have a good one, dude. And that was just a great moment. It was probably over an hour and a half of just
Yeah.
me and him, me and some random guy, no talking, no messaging, just playing and rematching over and over for like an hour and a half.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just a great fucking time.
I ran into a guy who was like that. It was duos, but it was just when I think the first DLC came out, when the Centurion came out. And the Centurion was broken when it
That
came out.
Every character was broken when
So
it first fucking
good.
came out in that goddamn
Well,
stupid ass game.
I didn't want to play the Dominion mode. Was 4v4 because it was just 4 Centurions and then whatever idiots you guys brought.
True.
And they would just destroy us every time. So I was like, I'm going to play something else, whatever. And I think my cousin was on, and we were playing. I decided I wanted to get better at the Warden, which is still my favorite. And this guy jumped in. He's like, yeah, it's my first game as the Centurion. And I watched a video on how to do the combo. And I was like, great, I need to practice on how to break that combo. So let's just, me and you, always fight. The other 2 can just beat the shit out of each other. And it'd be a 1v1 that way. So this guy...
That's how you're
Yeah.
supposed to do it.
Yeah, this guy would come out of nowhere, and he's just like, all right, here we go. And just starts swinging. And it's like, oh, so I know the combos come in. And he faked me. Damn it. But it was, honestly, it was like maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes. And he's like, man, I think I got a hang of this combo. I was like, dang, because I still can't break it. You're killing me here. I think he won a majority of the matches. And it's like, he had never played that character before. I was halfway decent with the Warden at that point.
I broke something.
And he destroyed me. That's how broken that character was. And then maybe like 3 weeks later, they patched it to where it wasn't so broken and no one wanted to touch him.
Yep.
And I think that's when I started playing Centurion.
That's For Honor, dude. You know what they like to do.
It was such a good game when it came out.
Was it?
What?
Was it?
Yes, it absolutely was.
All right, so real quick, we're just gonna wrap this up. Okay, so you wrote down Villainous Expansion, which you did play,
I did.
and you did do. I wrote down Terraforming Mars and Villainous. Got to play Terraforming Mars. Didn't play Villainous at all.
Yeah.
You put down MW2. Didn't play that. I put down Beat Dishonored. Didn't beat that. I put down All Quiet on the Western Front. I did watch it. Did you watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and forget about it, or did you not watch it?
We tried to watch it on a streaming service and we had to pay for it. So I was like, I'll skip
that.
it. It was like $4 around. I was like, I'm not gonna rent this for $4. I'll say, well, I'll just wait till it comes on somewhere and watch it.
So you did watch Big Mouth?
I did.
Did you watch the Witcher show thing spinoff?
We watched 2 episodes and we really didn't like it.
All right, fair. Did you finish Letterkenny?
Yes.
So you didn't want to mention either of those two when we were talking about TV shows?
You don't watch Letterkenny, so it's not like it really matters.
I've seen some clips.
Yeah, it's not the same. You really got to be like into the show because it's a lot of not quite inside jokes, but it's a lot of Canadian humor they prime you for in the first 3 seasons.
What was the guy's name? You don't see his face.
Shorzy.
Shorzy.
He has his own show, and it's great. You should watch
Do you
Shorzy.
not see his face?
No, you see his face in that. The reason you don't see Shorzy's face
It's 'cause
in
it's the same
Letterkenny,
guy as-
yeah, it's Jared Kiso.
The main guy?
So yeah, so the last season, Shorzy was leaving to go farther north. Yeah.
Farther they're in Canada, they go
yeah.
farther north.
And to play in the No Show, Canadian Hockey League, and there's like 2 or 3 shots where both of them are technically on screen, but you still don't see Shorzy's face. But both of them talk, and it's the same person. So there's like one has a thicker accent, and he talks a lot of shit. So as soon as he leaves and he gets a Shorzy, they immediately show his face, and it's like they didn't change anything. He just kind of like grew out his beard a little bit. The show is great, honestly. Some of the best humor I've heard in ages.
All right. So I put out Star Wars. I didn't finish it, but I did watch like 10 episodes. And South Park, which I didn't. Well, I also don't have HBO
Max,
Max.
what do you have?
Hulu.
Yeah, I think it's specifically HBO Max now.
Yeah. We actually should have free HBO Max with our internet,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's in an email. They just said that. I don't know if we have an email. that
I think
gives
if
us
you-
it or
No. I think if you use your account that you log into your internet provider with,
Yeah.
because like when you log into HBO, it will ask if you want to log in through a provider. That's how I do it. Because I use my.
Oh, it does.
I think I use my mom's
Okay, so we gotta do that.
Xfinity.
All right, so, board games. Anything specific you want to try to play?
I'm actually, if we go to the game store today, I'm gonna try to pick up something. Maybe more cards, maybe Carcassonne. I gotta text and ask. But fingers crossed, if they have a good villainous, the Misfits one, the blue one with Syndrome.
Oh, man, you
no.
can't get that because then like I have to get that.
Which one is it? No,
Don't get that. Get the
the
other
one with
ones first.
Hades. The
Okay,
one
I
with
was like, get the
Hades.
other ones before you get that one. That's
Yeah.
That's the latest one. You might as well get the old one.
Just wants to play Hades really bad, so I gotta play
Hades is fun.
Madam Mim or some shit.
That's in the new one. No, Hades.
I gotta play Evil Queen or some
Yeah,
shit.
it's Hades, Evil Queen, and
Doctor Felicier.
no, he's in the.
We figured this out last time because it's Syndrome, Madam Mim, and Lotso.
Mm-hmm.
This one's all purple and blue, so it's Evil Queen, Hades, and the Doctor. Because you went and checked.
Facilier's in the Scar and Yzma box.
I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said was last time.
It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna
It
put
doesn't. Yep, I'm gonna try to play Villainous or Carcassonne. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna put. I guess we'll play Star Wars Villainous at some point.
Hey, let
I
me know how
wanna
Dooku goes.
I want to try and play Memoir 44 with Skyla again. We haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
The thing is that we play that game a little bit too much, and we both kind of got really annoyed with it.
Yeah.
But I think if you played every once in a while,
Yeah,
that
like
could be a lot of fun.
twice a month kind of game. Yeah.
Less than that.
Less than that.
It's like dude,
Our
it's
game
really,
lasted 40
it's
minutes.
really reliant on the card. Well, we also never get. I don't see her 5 days a week, so
Lucky.
no. Well, I don't see her 4 days a week, so it's really we don't have a lot of time to play games. So it's
No, that makes sense.
so for us it would be very rarely.
Yeah.
All right. Movies. Want to try to watch any specific movie?
I will consult my list.
Yeah, I think I have a movie. I can't think of. Oh no, I can't think of one. So I'm not gonna have a movie. I cannot think of one. I might watch a romantic comedy with Skylar tonight.
I'm gonna see if I can find either Joe Dirt or A Knight's Tale.
All right. I just went a movie with Skylar.
Okay.
I watched a movie with my wife. Probably a romantic, something like that.
Okay.
Wait, what'd you say?
Joe Dirt or A Knight's Tale. Maybe both if I can. I only got 1 episode of Big Mouth and 2 episodes of Skeleton Knight in a New World or Another World. So I'll probably blast through those. But I'm working nights the next 2 weeks, so I'm going to have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm also going to recatalog all my cards. Oh, that's how you spelled it?
Joe Dete.
That's how I spelled it.
Go Dete, Gertie.
Ah, Geo.
All right. So, all right. TV shows.
I just told you. I'm going to finish Big Mouth, and I'm going to finish my new anime. I have a few. I went through my list on Crunchyroll, so I'm going to bust out a few of those. They told me don't bring my PlayStation to work. I'm going to do it anyway.
I just put Star Wars and Rick and Morty.
You better finish Star Wars.
I'm going to finish Star Wars. You're
You
going to
better.
slap me. All right.
I'll get the chalk and everything. I'll smack the dog shit out of you.
What's the other thing I'm supposed to say?
Beat the brakes off you.
Oh, video games. I forgot about video games.
Video games. I'm going to try to play Modern Warfare.
These. You actually
Yeah.
gonna try to play it?
Yeah, funny enough, if you let me borrow it, I can
I'll
play it tonight.
I will find it.
If you can't find it tonight, that's fine.
I'm gonna put Be Dishonored and
We got to play Anthem together.
maybe play. Should I put Anthem?
Yeah, play Anthem.
Can you
Cause
play it at your work?
Yeah. We got Wi-Fi. And a TV. That's all.
You there for 2 weeks?
Yeah. Starting tonight at 11.
God. I'm working next Monday. Maybe. All right. We gotta pick a game.
I picked the
So,
last one. It was terrible. You
I
wanna pick-
looked up 20 must-play indie games on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And there's one.
Yeah, I'm getting cold.
Well, the first one is Abzu, which we already
Yep.
played. He never played. Second one was Bug Snacks. I think that's a multiplayer game.
I don't
Looks
think
weird.
so.
But there's this one game. Look, it's called Celeste, and it says it's an action platformer, and somebody takes a metaphysical journey to climb to the summit of Mount Celeste and
Let me
face her own insecurities. Looks
I
like that.
might have that.
So I kind of want to play that. If that's all right.
Okay. Let me double check, and if I don't, I'll see how much it costs.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's only. If it's only like $5, then that should be fine, right? But if it's,
I mean, even if it's a little more, I mean, it's whatever.
I'm just gonna put Celeste. You don't have. I mean, you don't have to much. Come over here and play it. Or I can give you my PlayStation on my way to work one day, and then you can play at your work. All right. Boom. Wrote down everything. All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Nick,
It's $20.
really?
I mean, I'll
Will you still play it?
I can still get it. Yeah.
All right. Nick. Joke of the week.
Everybody says money talks. Mine just says goodbye.
All right, Nick. Catchphrase.
Everybody says no. I'm just kidding. I got one, but it's not right. Oh man.
You got one? You got
Yeah.
one? Catchphrase?
A lot of people that say they're the shit aren't even a fart yet.
Did you get that from that guy on TikTok?
Absolutely.
I knew it.
That man is my life coach.
All right. This is Shasta Marker Man. We'll see you next time, everybody.
See ya.
Signing off.